What's up, guys? It's Flash back with some more charts. Another video. It's Monday, March 24, about 3:38 p.m. Eastern, about 20 minutes before close. We got our Bitcoin turtle front and center. I mean, this guy is just poking his head out, to say hello. Hello, world. I'm just kidding. But this does, you can see price action behind it, turtle vibes, right? So we'll just get this out of the way. We're going to start with Bitcoin today. My usual video cadence is Bitcoin, gold, Bitcoin measured in gold, strategy measured in Bitcoin, strategy measured in gold, and then MSTY to round it out. I prepared all the charts today in advance so that I'm not moving around so much. I thought that wasn't a great viewer experience, but hopefully this is a little bit better today. But here we go on Bitcoin. I mean, we're poking our head out of this domed consolidation. Little turtle head poking itself out. I'm going to zoom in on the 2-hour. And I still see, a little bit of a bear flag here. But I mean, there's no denying this, that it's on the 8-hour now. We've poken our head out of this big consolidation. And in the past, that has equated to further continuation, further upside. So we may see some chop as we exit the dome here, kind of like we saw in the last couple times. We actually did like an ABC correction here when we got out. So I would just kind of keep that in the back of your minds. But honestly, this is exactly what we want to see. But I would still be mindful, like this could be a fake out. I'm not ruling out that possibility. But the way, the S&P, we'll look at SPX real quick. But, the S&P did have a little breakdown here, but it's retesting this other line. We can zoom out way for this one. Oh, these are all messed up. Not sure why. But I still think, like, this was an ABC correction. And then I think we're going to have something like that. I think that's what's in the cards for us. Okay, but we looked at Bitcoin. Put it back on that chart. All right, now let's look at gold. So gold, has been crushing it. Another hard asset, maybe the second hardest asset there is other than Bitcoin, right? So if this is going to the upside, that a hard asset like Bitcoin is probably going to mimic this, I would think, right? So gold's been up in this channel, this gold channel. We're going to kind of follow it along. If we pull up momentum here, like momentum kind of died back here, back in mid-February. It's taking another breather right now in mid-March. So I think gold might be getting ready to kind of take a break and go sideways for a bit. It's kind of my take. All right, now let's look at Bitcoin measured in gold. So if we start from the top on this one, we zoom way out, big upwards channel. The power law is involved here as well. Bitcoin has grows in a power trend versus gold as well. So these trend lines, they don't always have to hold. It'd be nice if they did, but Bitcoin can still exude its power trend outside of these trend lines. But if we zoom in onto the daily, another similar kind of beach ball, turtle head look and feel to this chart, we're kind of poking our head out, right? And that's exactly what we want to see for Bitcoin to outperform gold and get back into the channel, right? So think about this like a big beach ball. You pull it underwater, and then you release it. I think that's kind of what is resembled in this price action. So hopefully higher prices in Bitcoin terms versus gold to come. Okay, now let's look at strategy. Wow, what a day. I mean, what a day. This is what we want to see to hold this channel and continue our march upwards. Like, this is looking really good. This is on the daily. And we're above that 10-day moving average is now above the 40-day moving average, which means this chart, the bar will turn green. And I'll also zoom out to the 2-day. Maybe even the 3-day. But when you look at it like this, on the 3-day strategy, if the bars ever turn orange, that's been a buy opportunity. recently, right? Within the last 2 years. And so, and we got an upsloping 3-day, the moving average is upsloping on the 3-day. So let's bring in the weekly even. The weekly, like the bar's never even turned orange. Like this is a bull trend. And we want to pull on the Ichimoku cloud. I mean, I think we're going higher, guys. I think we're going higher. And I told you this could get violent, right? So let's go into the 4-hour. Put it on the Heiken Ashi again. This is a convincing breakout, right? And, I think I had even, some price action in here that we're going to want to get above, kind of this middle ground, right? So still some work to do, but this is a great start. And then we'll go into the 30-minute. We're in this nice, well-defined channel on the 30-minute. And this thing is just drifting up and to the right. Like this, if we go back out to the daily. All right, so this chart looks great. Let's go back out to the daily. And again, I'm going to overlay the global M2 money supply. Okay, so we're like right here. So I would even expect, a little bit, not a pullback per se, but maybe a wedge of some sort down to the right, and then a resumption of the trend. And what I mean by that is kind of like this little consolidation. I'd be expecting, something maybe a little bit more drawn out. I'm not sure when. Just for a couple days. I think, we definitely don't want to go up in a straight line, I don't think. We want to be able to build on this, and advance to the next stair step. And so when I talk about stair step, here's what I mean. We'll go to the 2-hour for this. So here's like that bottom base pattern. This is like, I think it's in a, cup, double bottom, Adam and Eve, whatever you want to call it. But now we've broken out, right? So I think we want to copy and paste this. And this is the next stair step, the next range that we're going to play in, at least for the next few days, right? And so we want to keep advancing out of this, forming bullish patterns within this, right? So maybe we get one like right here. Maybe we get another one right here. So we want to just keep advancing, keep breaking out, consolidating, breaking out, consolidating. All right, so now we'll look at MSTR measured in Bitcoin. And this is like this is on the 1 month, the monthly chart, right? This is a big chart, big idea, but it's a similar principle, right? We have our base here. This is looking like a macro bottom of some sort. And now we're stair-stepping our way up and to the right. This bowl or this arc is kind of like a guideline. This doesn't necessarily have to force price up, but it's a way to visualize the price action. So we'll zoom in here to the weekly, right? We've zoomed all the way into the bottom right of this. And this is the weekly. Like this is this is one way of looking at it. This is one universe. We'll drill into the universe underneath it, and this is what we get. And this looks beautiful. It looks amazing. Let's put the Ichimoku cloud again. It's green. It just looks so great. Like this is my art for the day. So I'm not even going to look at it on the daily. Like this is exactly what we want to see. We want to just keep having these green candles push us to the upside, follow this channel. And so I think MSTR measured in Bitcoin, if MSTR is leading the way, I think that because of how much Bitcoin MSTR holds and the strategy that they've deployed, like they have to be the most liquid and the most telling when it comes to where risk assets are going. So you have risk assets potentially starting to go up and to the right. You have gold, which has been going up and to the right for a long time, and Bitcoin, just turtle heading out of its consolidation. I think this is going to lead to greener pastures for us, right? And so then we'll go look at strategy measured in gold. Again, on the weekly, very similar look and feel. And now we're in this second stair step, this second channel, right? So we're just kind of retesting that entryway to the stair step and bull flagging and retesting. And I think the future is bright, guys. And then lastly, we'll look at MSTY. So MSTY, this is not adjusted for dividends, but again, I think it can kind of help us determine tops and bottoms. I think we need more data, more of a sample size to make that decision. But we're nearing this price action to start turning green as well on the daily. If we go into the 6 hour, this was a rising wedge which broke to the upside, right? So this is looking really good. We can adjust for dividends as well. It's going to mess up the lines on the chart. But you have an upthrust, sideways consolidation, upthrust, downwards / sideways consolidation, and we're hoping for a continued upthrust, right? So that'll bring me back to Bitcoin. Again, this is Mr. Turtle. I don't know where my turtle went, but I think we have more upside to go, guys. Again, I'm thinking we're gonna have a couple more turtles in here, and we'll see how price action progresses. But that's my take for today. Drop me a like if you guys found this helpful. I'll see you in the next one.